By the way, I'm recording, so I'll drop the recorded version on the WhatsApp group where we're supposed to converge. Now, Binance is a cryptocurrency platform. This is their third year. They're the biggest in trading volumes. And what do I mean by trading volumes? The total volumes of cryptocurrencies being traded in the numeric expression of billions of dollars. They have the highest trading volume over other exchanges, and they just clocked 3. They just clocked 3 this year, earlier this year. So we can see 2 billion average daily volume, 1.4 million transactions per second, 24/7 support. So Binance has created an ecosystem from an ordinary trading platform to an academy, to charity, to information where you, like a crypto encyclopedia, labs where they kind of, generate funds to support and incubate, other blockchain projects. They also have a launch pad for if you have your coin and you want to launch it and you have a very, very unique value proposition, you can use the Binance Launchpad. Then research, then Trust Wallet. So they have a very huge, and they have their tentacles, in the major value chain of the cryptocurrency and blockchain space. So I use Binance because I find it very convenient to use, and I really give them kudos. Like, they've really, really improved over time. I started using them last year. I've tried to switch to other platforms, but I keep on coming back to Binance. I wonder why. Now, so on your left here, you have the Binance logo. You have the Binance logo. You have this button here, this stack of small cubes. If you click it, you can see where you can navigate to every aspect of Binance, all around. So for, let me also mention this. The reason why I'm starting this way is because based on the questionnaire we passed to you, I discovered that a lot of people don't know about or haven't traded before. So even though you might know about crypto, trading is a whole different ballgame. So that is why I'm starting from scratch. Now, on Binance, you have here buy crypto, GPB. That's a currency. So you can do bank deposits, credit card, P2P trading, cash balance, but you don't have any business with any of that now. What you have business with on this page right now is the market. The market, first of all, the market is where you see cryptocurrencies and their pairs. So for instance, now here you have BTC NGN, means that they have paired BTC with NGN, Nigerian Naira. The implication of this is that you can trade BTC and Nigerian Naira directly. Initially, when we want to trade on any cryptocurrency platform or exchange, you need to convert to dollars. So dollar is like a benchmark currency with which we used to trade. But now the experience is different. The narrative is different in the sense that you can now trade your Naira directly with these currencies. Although the dollar value is still having an effect, because you can see here that if you're going to either deposit or withdraw, there are some currencies here that will still utilize the dollar Naira exchange value, which is about 400 and I think about 450 to 460 or thereabout. I really can't remember. Okay, 468, which is here if you can see this place. So these are pairs. The reason why I'm saying BTC and GN, they are different pairs. You have to trade a pair. You can't trade a currency in isolation. I hope I'm carrying everyone along. Please, if you have any question during the course of this meeting, you can just drop it using the chat interface. You can drop your questions there. Remember, I said this is more like an introductory session. Yeah, so you can drop your questions there on the chat platform if you have any question. And let me go back to what I was saying. So these are currency pairs. Remember, we're in the markets section where you see like an array, a plethora of cryptocurrency pairs. So on this page now, you might seem confused, like what is all this red and green and graphs? You know, what are all these decimals, minus, plus, you know, money here and there, numbers here and there. Trading is a game of numbers. This is nothing. Don't worry. Trading is a cakewalk. Trading is a cakewalk. That's why you're here. Now, on this page, you have top major currencies listed here so that you can just easily pick out the one you want to trade. So you can navigate this, if you're using your laptop, you can navigate this page. And if you're also using your mobile phone, you can download the Binance mobile app. You register, the referral code is Gigi Mobile, or you use the link I sent on the chat interface. If you're just coming in and you're hearing me for the first time, you can check for the registration link via the chat interface to register on Binance. That is the first step. So we're under the market section, so you can easily navigate, you know, anywhere you want to. Check out in the last 24 hours, check out the top gainers, check out the top losers, top derivatives, coin futures, ETF, and all those things, you know, different types of cryptocurrencies. I would have loved for everyone to know about money, to know about cryptocurrency, to know about certain terminologies, certain things that exist within the cryptocurrency ecosystem. But I discovered that in the process of, you know, doing all those things, it is best for pupils to, you know, do a personal research themselves on that. And I've provided a document where you can go through all that so that we can focus on trading alone and don't waste time. So a lot of our courses were packed up with those items, but we have, you know, unbundled the courses so that we focus on trading full time. So if you want to understand more about what is cryptocurrency, what is Bitcoin, how does it actually work, how can we actually spend money we can't see, you know, such, if you're having such questions, you are in the right place. If you have never traded before, you are in the right place. If you feel trading is hard, don't worry, we're going to make it easy, you know. So when you see your interface like this, don't be scared. It's very simple. It's straightforward. I will explain everything in less than 1 week. This thing here, you're going to be looking at it and you're going to love it. Now, on this same interface, if you go to your menu, you will see trade. Under trade, you have basic. Basic is where you convert cryptocurrencies. That is, you don't want to trade it, but maybe you have like $1,000, you want to change it to BTC right away. You just enter it here and you change it to BTC. So it converts your currencies to either one of this. So then you also have classic. Classic is where you are now going into the main trading interface where you want to place your order on an order book. I need you to see this like a restaurant. You understand? This is a restaurant. Forget all the graphs. I will interpret all the graphs in no time. Oh, some people are waiting. Okay. So please, if you have any question, you can just drop it on the chat interface here. So we would also be sharing the recorded session. Now, I want you to see this interface, this trading interface, as a restaurant where people are making orders and the restaurant staff is serving or meeting up with those orders. So if this is a restaurant, that means we have what? We have customers, that is buyers, the people placing the order for the food, and we also have the seller. Now, let's say it's not one seller. Let's say it's like a mall, like Palms Mall in Lekki, or you know, Palms in Ilorin, or just think of a mall where you have so many shops, multi-vendors, everybody's selling something at one point, and some other people simultaneously buying. So think of this as a mall where you have multiple transactions going on at some point. So that means we have buyers, we have sellers, and we have what exchange rates flying all around. Somebody buying at this rate and somebody buying at that rate. So you can have two restaurants in a mall, and the first restaurant is selling burger for 2 naira, and the second restaurant is selling burger for 2.5 naira. So now it is now dependent on you as a customer to buy either from both sides, maybe because of customer loyalty, or I mean, maybe because of brand loyalty, or because you like their burger better. So I want you to see this trading interface like an order book that shows all what the buyers want, all what the buyers are buying in a particular day, and all what the sellers are willing to sell at which prices. That is how you should see this. So on the buyer side, you have people that have listed out their orders. This is how much I want to buy this, and people I want to sell. This is how much I want to sell this. So which brings me, we're not trading today, remember, which brings me to this question: what is online trading? What is online trading? So in simple terms, online trading is just the buying and selling of financial instruments. I'm sure some of you know financial instruments. So that is why I crave your indulgence to go to the PDFs I'll be sharing after this. I'll be dropping everything on the WhatsApp. You just need to skim through them. Trust me, this thing is as easy as ABC. It's a cakewalk. You just need to understand the basic. All I want to do is just go direct to trading. So online trading is all about buying and selling. A lot of us, probably even 90% of us, have bought something or sold today, whether from our homes or via the internet. We have bought and sold, at least, or let me say 100%. A lot of us have bought things maybe in the past 1 week or 1 month. So you have bought something at a particular price. So online trading is all about buying and selling. So what are you buying? What are you selling? You are buying financial instruments and selling them, just like stocks. You can buy Apple stocks at a particular price and sell at a particular price. So an aggregation of this transaction is what trading is all about. An aggregation of all this buying and selling is what trading is all about. Henceforth, that is what now gave birth to all these graphs you're seeing here. A graphical representation of people's purchase transactions. People's purchase transactions. So this is data that you're looking at. This is data. So it can tell you that, okay, demand for this currency is dropping, which is signified by the red candle, and demand is increasing, which is signified by the green candle. You understand? So I'll go into details into all this later. You understand? But right now, I just want to take you through the Binance interface, you know, so that you don't feel, next time we come here, it wouldn't feel strange to you. So it is my principle to always do, thank you, good night. It is my principle to always do routine checks to know if my friends are following me, and if I'm carrying everybody along. So if you guys are with me and you've been hearing what I've been saying, just give me a Y on the chat interface right now so that I continue. Give me a Y so I know that I'm carrying everybody along. Okay, I got you. Hubert, Robert, Victoria, Chike, Austin, Stefan, Dixon, Princess, Dorothy, Dennis, Fortune. Okay, how many now? Okay, I think that's roughly about 12 or so. Okay, Nika, Sonny, Adiku. So I believe you guys are following. Okay. Why the rest are dropping their Ys? Oh, I really, all right. Okay, thank you guys. All right, so Don't be scared at all of this interface. This is the main deal. This is where the trading is going to be happening. I'm still going to share content with you on you understanding cryptocurrency. I have a lot of content. In fact, I have content I can share every day till the end of the year. But I want to go straight to the point so that trading doesn't seem cumbersome or clumsy or so such a big deal. It's not rocket science. So trading is all about buying and selling financial instruments. So here, what you're buying and selling is cryptocurrency. So it's different from the Biride change style or P2P model that is on the street. Like, okay, my friend has Bitcoin, I want to buy, I want to sell. Those are P2P models. P2P means peer-to-peer. Those ones are under peer-to-peer models. But this is online trading where you're trading on an exchange. Binance is an exchange where you are more like a broker, where they give you the platform for you to be able to trade these currencies. So remember, the market section was where we would now choose, okay, which shop do we want to go? We want to go to Genesis Cinema to see movies. So to see movies, we need to buy tickets. So that's because you're going to Genesis. Some other person might be going to Mr. Biggs, some other person might be going to, Celio or any shop at all. So here you must choose which currency do you want to trade. I can say, okay, today I feel like trading .bidr. It opens the interface for me where the only thing I see there is .bidr. So what you're going to be trading, I assure you, every question you have in your mind, we have an answer. Don't let me say we have all the answers. We don't have all the answers, definitely, because even I myself, I still learn every day. And part of the things that delayed the commencement of this course is because I was actually advancing my skills also, because this is something worth putting effort into. Trust me, during COVID-19, I was just trading and making money from home. Like, it was like the best thing ever. I never really believed it. Like, out of all the businesses that I have, out of all the companies I have, trading gives me the highest returns within the shortest possible time. And my mentor always tells me this. Okay, I think Instagram featured my statement on sorry, I said Instagram, Binance rather. The Binance community, they posted one of my statements on their page. The quote I'm about to say, trading is one skill that I acquired that it helps me make money without the need of a customer. I don't need a customer to make money. You understand? So, okay, this one is financial freedom. I didn't even see this. So, there was a particular one where they mentioned the quote. I really can't remember. Okay, but basically the quote is that trading allows me to make money without the need of a customer. You don't need any customer to make money trading. And while cryptocurrency markets, one of the advantages a cryptocurrency market has over the Forex market is that the Forex market is offline during the weekends. You understand? So it's not 24 hours. It has a closing period. You understand? That is why, in the trading floors, they ring the bell. Okay, it's closing, it's opening. That's why you have opening price, closing price for the day and all of that. But in the cryptocurrency, it runs 24 hours. You can trade in midnight, trade the weekend, trade everything. It's just that sometimes during off-peak periods, you have less trading activity because people are probably, waiting for a new week. So there are several ways you can start trading, and one of them is to look at certain factors. Now, to begin a successful online trading experience, trust me, guys, I've traded, I've lost money, I've regained myself, and I've discovered that the best way to make online trading is to be able to is to develop the ability to manage money. You must know how to manage money. You must know how to do risk management. You understand? I have a lot of presentations on this, but I don't want to go conventional and start doing all those class lectures. I just want to hit it straight to the point, guys. You need to know how to manage money. That is one of the things you need right now before you start trading. You understand? So all those presentations, if you want to read up on it later, I can send it to you. But right now, I just want to hit the nail on the head. You must know how to do risk management. He even taught me, okay, if you go to my site, I think I wrote an article where 7 things trading taught me. Yeah, okay. So while that is opening, risk management is very important. Risk management is very important. You must know how to manage your risk. In life, whatever decision you want to take, what is the risk involved and what is the gain? If I'm risking 100 naira to make 1,000 naira, that's a risk reward of 1 to 100. So I'm risking 100 to make 100 naira. But if I'm going to risk 100 to make nothing or 50 naira in trading, it's a no trade. It's a no trade setup. It's a no trade setup. Okay, then this is another article that would answer a lot of questions. I don't know if you've gone through some of, if you've gone through this blogging section on the site. I had to change my web developer at some point, so that's why a lot of things were not updated. So sorry about that. So 5 powerful things lessons online trading has taught me. The first is that it's perfect for managing greed, fear, and crisis. You understand? Because there's sometimes the trade will go against you. What do you do? And let me use this to point out that intellectual quotient is not enough. Your IQ might be high, but you might have a low adversity IQ. My dad always tells me that you need to develop your adversity IQ. What do you do when things are against you? What do you do under pressure? What do you do in terms of crisis? Trust me, crisis will come. It's inevitable. So what do you do in terms of crisis? What are the steps you take? Do you react or do you respond? So sometimes when the trade go against you, when you are in loss, what do you do? How do you recover yourself? How do you push back? How do you bounce back? So it allows you to develop a mindset that can handle pressure, handle greed, because there's sometimes you just want to jump on a trade and not miss out. It's called FOMO, fear of missing out. All those terminologies, you will learn them, don't worry. You know how to be patient. Like I told convener Mrs. Naker that we need to develop patience in everyone. You must be patient. Trading is a game of patience. You understand? And it allows you to handle fear of missing out, fear of losing out, fear of not, now it allows you to manage all those things. Then second thing trading taught me is money growth and discipline. Third, let me just run through financial literacy and exposure to the global financial market. By the time I knew what money really was and how it's changing lives, and most importantly, the origin of money and how money actually moves, how capital markets are determined. For instance, now Jeff Bezos is worth almost $200 billion. Do you know that it can't cash that money out? I mean, all of them. There's no bank that would provide liquidity for that. That is just the worth in stocks. Although it is money, but that is the worth in stocks. You understand? But it can cash out, let's say, about maybe 25% of it and be successful, let's say maybe 75%. But he can't sell the whole of Amazon and receive $200 billion. Nobody's going to give him that money. The stock market cannot vomit that money because it is not a liquid asset. It is in stocks. So that worth now is in stock. So if your stock is 5 naira, for instance, they do some stock manipulation, give you a very nice appraisal on TV, and people buy into your stocks. Your stock price increases by 100%. That is 10 naira. So if your company is valued at $10 million, valuation automatically goes to $20 million. That is how those things are done. So that is why you hear those big figures and big numbers. So they can't actually translate it to fiscal cash in my pocket. Nobody's going to give you that money. They can only do some of it, you understand? So I just said, let me establish that. So this training gives you an opportunity to learn about financial literacy and exposure to the global financial market. You tend to understand how money actually moves, commodities, indices, stock index, and all those things. What is actually the economy made up of. When Buhari says, okay, I'm pumping 5 billion naira into the economy, what is the impact on the economy? I hope you know that anytime any government says that we are pumping 5 billion naira into the economy, it is going to reduce the value of that currency because it is affecting the law of demand and supply. Anytime there's an increase in supply of anything, even currency or even money or even anything we want in life, it reduces the value over time and it causes inflation. So you need to know the impact of injections into the economy. You need to know fiat currency. These are the things I never knew before that trading exposed me to. Naira, US dollar, pound sterling, all these are fiat currencies. They were initially backed by gold, but not anymore. Now they are called fiat because fiat is a Latin word that means let it be. You understand? Let it be. So the government can decide to print these amounts today, and they make that decision and they print it. Initially, you couldn't print money that you don't have a gold reserve that is backing it. That is why people like Carnegie, no, not Carnegie, sorry, apologies. JP Morgan, man, these are fantastic guys. You need to go on YouTube to learn about. I love that guy. Had over 140 companies and he bankrolled America twice. Bankrolled is even an understatement. What is that word again? Oh, I need to remember this word. If I use saved is not, no, saved doesn't really catch. Oh, I must get that word. Let me go to Google. Sorry. But JP Morgan rescued. He's rescued. Okay. Let me look for another synonym for rescue. There's this particular word I used to use. Redeemed. Now, redeemed sounds more like gospel, Okay, let's just say he rescued. There's a particular word I used to use, but it's not coming right now. But he rescued America twice, because of the exposure he had. They had to invite him down to the White House. Or if you even know the word, if you have any word, you can just paste it on the chat. So, yeah, bailed. God bless you. God bless you, Priscilla. Bailed is the word. Yeah. For you to bail somebody, that means the person is currently helpless and is currently locked up and no option. No, thank you very much for that word. Thank you for those that made attempt. So JP Morgan bailed US twice. He was invited to the White House. A man that had over 140 companies. He bought the steel company from Carnegie for like $400 million, and Carnegie said he should have sold it for 500. JP Morgan said he would have even bought that at price. These were men that were controlling America. They were too powerful. The government had to divide their assets. Imagine you, just like Dangote, the government had to call him and say, okay, guy, you're getting too big. You can't own more than this company. You can't own more than this. He was getting too powerful. So that's, by the way, somebody is drawing up something on my screen. I need to identify that virus. Sorry, I'm not calling it a virus, but yeah, disrupting our work. Okay, let me clear that. Clear all drawings. Okay, back to what I was saying. So trading exposed me to financial markets and how money really works, how to invest, how to get my returns, what to invest in, even all these fake cryptocurrencies all around. You know which one is genuine and which one is not. So trading also allowed me to know about leverage trading with the money you don't have. If you have $1,000, for instance, there's a way you can be trading with $100,000. It's called leverage trading. It's very, very new to the system, although a lot of Nigerians and people all over are embracing it. But you can trade with the money you don't have. Even if you have $100, you can trade with $1,000. So all these things, we'll be looking into them direct, no stories, no trading jargon and all this stuff. We just go direct to trading. So from the next class, we're going to start trading. Trust me, the best way to learn trading is to start trading. The best way to start trading is learn trading. I have one of my business mentors, Vusi Tembekwayo. I don't know if hello? Wow, sorry, I didn't know I was mute. I didn't know I was mute, so I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry, but I didn't know I was mute. Okay, I was talking about Vusi. Vusi Tembekwayo, great entrepreneur, one of the business mentors I follow. So guys, we're not going to be talking about any trading jargon or anything. We're going to be cutting it straight to the point. So what I was saying was, in case if you missed my voice, or what I was trying to say, I'm saying from the next class, we're going to start trading. The best way to learn how to trade is to start trading. The best way to learn how to trade is to start trading. Yes, which brings me to what I was saying about Vusi Tembekwayo, one of my business mentors. He said something about you can't learn how to swim by reading 500 pages book about swimming, So that is why I don't want to bore you with all something to read, Although you're going to read a few things, but I want you to start trading. You need to engage your mind to start trading. All these things you're seeing there, it's a cakewalk, don't worry. So you can't learn how to swim by reading a 500 pages textbook about swimming. You learn how to swim, you get in the water, start flapping your legs, and start just trying until you get it, until you master it. So the best way to learn how to trade is to start trading. So from our next class, register on your Binance account. Preferably get your laptop. It's later in the future you can be using your mobile phones on the go. I use my mobile phone to trade on the go if I don't take my laptop out, because I'm already used to it. I know what to execute. But for a start, I think you should use your laptop. You will find it not just easier, but it's more, it shows a lot of commitment on your end. Trust me, a lot of people are trying to learn this, but they don't have a good teacher to teach them. And not just a good teacher, an experienced teacher. If I tell you how much I've lost, I'm not going to say it today. That's going to be the first point. In the next 2-3 classes, you can ask me, but I'm not going to say it today. So I even have a course on my site. I won't be taking you through that course. Like, I wouldn't take you through that course. You don't need it. It's very good. Also, a lot of people have gone through, and I've never had anybody ask for a refund. But I want to take my students straight to the point now. It's awesome. Please, please mute yourself, and if you have any question, just hit me directly. Hit me where via the chat interface. Hit me via the chat interface. So I was talking about we going straight to the point whilst trading. Yeah, so I was talking about going straight to the point to learn how to trade. So please, in our next class, register on your Binance account. In subsequent classes, I'll teach you how to use TradingView, and but for a start, we begin to trade. from our next class. So how you would trade, what you will do, I'll drop the videos on WhatsApp, the basic things you need to know before you start trading, just the basic things. Okay, Eric, you are in the US because the Binance is restricted in the US. So if you're in the US, if you're in the United States, there's a particular link you're going to use on Binance. I'll push it to you now. So don't worry, I won't forget you, Eric. Okay, I'll push you to the WhatsApp group. I created a WhatsApp group for everyone, just for this group. For this special group, we're going to have a private WhatsApp platform where we can discuss and also ask questions and do proper follow-up. Because another thing that is important to a successful trading career is community. Community is very important. Community is very important. Very, very important, because we synergize and learn and, do a lot of things together, disrupt together. So Eric, I'll push the link that much later. So, so I've talked about Binance, and I must also mention this. I'll explain all this. So derivatives. Sometimes you hear derivatives, like, what is derivatives? Derivatives. Derivatives is gotten from the word derive. So, and it could mean different things in different parlance, but in the cryptocurrency and trading parlance, derivative means an asset that is deriving its value from another asset. You understand? So let me show you a perfect example. Some of you might know the S&P 500. On your iPhones, on your Android mobile phones, you have something like stocks where you see Dow Jones, you see something like graph. A lot of you don't pay attention to it, but that's like those are indexes that derive their value from companies, in the US. So for example, S&P 500, let me bring out stock, okay? S&P 500, for instance, is talking about the top 500 performing companies in United States. So you can see S&P sectors. So I'll show you. Let me open one now. I'm just trying to explain derivatives, US indices. So when you hear indices, when you hear derivatives, options, leverage, margin, all those things are words within the cryptocurrency. They are financial terminologies that you come to understand as you trade. So derivatives means that an asset derives its value from another asset. You understand? So S&P 500 now, it takes the weighted average performance of the top 500 companies in the United States. So it brings this data together to check some economic, to use it as an economic indicator. Okay, these top 500 companies, are they doing well? Are they boosting the economy? So you know that when that index price is going up, that means the economy is doing well, because if top 500 companies are making profits, that means the company is doing, that means the nation has more input, it can increase their GDP. It has certain microeconomic contribution to the economy. So when you talk about S&P 500, for instance, now it's not the price of a product. It is that index price is deriving its value from other 500 companies combined, the weighted average. So you can see that S&P 500 is 3,500, 3,501. The change is 0.5% in the last 24 hours, most likely. So, you have other indexes too. In Nigeria now, I think we have I've forgotten what Nigeria even called it, and I think it's on CBN site. So each nation has their own index. They can do top 20. We can pick even only maybe cement companies in Nigeria and look at how all cement companies in Nigeria are doing. So those are example of derivatives. Options too is an example of derivatives. They don't have their own value, but they derive the value from another asset. So there's a particular trading I do, which is called futures trading, which is here, as you can see on my screen. Futures trading is that you're trading an asset that derive its value from cryptocurrency, from cryptocurrency. So when you hear derivative, just understand it as that, okay, this thing is a financial, it's a financial terminology, it's most likely deriving its value from another asset. So some other people will tell you that derivatives involve when two people come together to exchange something at the future price. You understand? So for instance, if we come together to say, okay, I'm going to give you my iPhone for your Android, that means we are using the price of iPhone and Android to do business. That is how derivative works. So we can create iPhone index, Android index, and start trading it online. Remember, during Big Brother Nigeria, I didn't really follow up, but I remember stumbling on one site where BBN housemates were represented with tokens. They were represented with tokens. So what they did was they shared the houses. I mean, they like, how did they do it again? Okay, each member of the house now became a token, a digital token where you can trade, whereby if one is evicted, that means the price of the person has come down, and when one is promoted or head of house, the value of that person increased. So maybe for Lakon now, maybe his price was $1, then his price increased to $2, $3 at the end of the game, because he was still in the house, and he was like one of the choicest people to win Big Brother. So that they tokenized that. So that is exactly what happened. So I can say that maybe all cement industries or all bricklaying industries in Nigeria now, we bring them together, do like, okay, they're 500. Okay, what is their we attach a number to their performance at the end of the year. Okay, this one performed 5/10. Okay, you look at the weighted average over all companies like that. You now create an index and say, okay, cement company index, and people start trading that index online, because it will always come up and come down, because it's an economic indicator of how all bricklaying business in Nigeria are done. So that is the way the stock is. Every company that is publicly listed has a stock. Like, it has a stock that is tradable. You can buy Dangote stock today and sell it tomorrow, because the price fluctuates, it fluctuates. But in cryptocurrency, we have more volatile coins where the fluctuation is kind of more crazy, but it's still adaptable, and it's still, people are still trading it. So you are aware of the forex market, that's foreign exchange markets, $6 trillion trading volumes every day. It's a more liquid market, liquid in the sense that it has more volumes. People are changing and exchanging money all over the world more. So now cryptocurrency, I think total market cap for cryptocurrency now is about it's about, I think, $500 billion. About 500 to, let me see. Okay, sorry, total market cap is $356 billion. If you can see my screen, okay, trying to admit someone. The total market cap for cryptocurrencies is about $356 billion. And it's growing. So in the last 24 hours, $81 billion worth of cryptocurrencies have been traded. So you can see all these cryptocurrencies here. Bitcoin, Ethereum, all this. So you can see so many of them. So many, and you can trade each one. Each one has its own unique value proposition. Some might be bankable and some might just be whack. So so basically, I would like to entertain questions at this stage so that it can determine the direction of where I would go next. However, from the next class, everybody is going to start to trade, and I'm going to follow up on each person as much as possible. We're going to divide ourselves probably into groups and appoint a group leader so we can monitor what each person is doing, so everybody is engaged, everybody is doing something, because it is very easy to give up on this stuff if you don't push, you understand? So like I told you, and I reiterate, this graph and all these things you see, they are very, very easy to understand. You get so accustomed to it that It's even the graph that is afraid of you. Let me put it that way. So trading is very simple. It's not that complicated. You just need to be patient. You need to have good money management skills. And even if you don't have, it's going to teach you. And uh, through this interaction that we're having for the next couple of days, once you start trading, please don't get greedy. You know, sometimes the thing, let me say it in pidgin, you go to switch your belly. By the time you go and take the wrong trade and you crash like this. I've had a pupil messaging me that he swears on his mother's grave that because he made profit, anything I ask him, he will do. You know, same person came back later that, God, that he was greedy, that's something that he should have taken my course and, you know, stuff like that. When I told him to pay for the course and pay the price to go through the course, he did not listen to me, but he paid the price otherwise. He lost about $5,000. You know, he cleared his whole savings. He just wanted to go corner. You can't go corner with trading. You're going to get burnt. So you need to pay the price, not in terms of money now, but in terms of knowledge. I took a risk the first time I tried to learn trading. I didn't even try to learn trading. I just said, okay, let me join. I joined a community started by my partner and a friend and a mentor with two white people that they've never met each other, and they've crossed a transaction volume of, they've crossed sales of about $10 million. And that was before Corona. They told me that. I don't know about now. With two white guys, Marius Landman, Gavin, and himself is Ijoke. So it's a big community now. And I just said, okay, let me join this community. It's a crypto community. It's always good to tag along. And, you know, and sometimes, you know, they have all this kind of referral stuff there, but in their own, it's kind of different. I said, okay, instead of me even like, okay, learning, instead of me even, you know, referring people, let me learn how to trade. Let me see how this trading really works. And I got into it, and because I had this IT background, it gave me this leverage, you know. And by the grace of God, and you know, I was just opened up to the immense possibilities of trading. And it so happened that when I finished my project, the fiscal project I was doing, because I managed a lot of projects, I said, okay, let me give time to my PC and focus and learn more about this trading. It's like I'm liking it. I just stumbled in, rushed in, big bag, lost some money. I humbled myself, came again. I said, okay, let me approach it in a new way, you know, and I started making progress in it. You know, I went again, you know, still got over ambitious, lost some money, I was like, okay, now I see the most important thing is risk management. Any good trader in the world will tell you, cut your losses. I'm sure some of you might even have friends, and I would even be surprised. I can have some professional traders here that are just, you know, here to listen to what I have to say. Some of you might even have friends that have traded before. Some of you might have people that you know that have gone wrecked, like, okay, they've lost money in Forex, lost money in that. Yes, because there was no proper risk management. Some people will enter some positions and forget to use a stop loss and just go to sleep, hoping that the market will go in their favor. Hope is not a strategy. You understand? Now, in trading, you don't give room for that. You need to have a strategy. You know, my strategy, for instance, is to use a 1 to 3 risk reward. That is, for me to lose 1 naira, I must be able to get, or I must be risking 1 naira to get 3 naira, not even 2 naira. You understand? So that means that for every $100 I spend, I'm making $300. For every $1,000 I spend, I'm making $3,000. Sometimes it could even be more. You could even have a risk reward of 1 to 10. That is, for every $100 you're making $1,000. That is the only thing you stand to lose in that trade is $100. So if you have a portfolio of $1,000, which is about 460,000 naira now, if you're going to expose maybe just about 20% of that, 10% of 460 is about 46,000, and 20% of that is about 90 something thousand. So that means that you are ready to lose 20% Did I even say 20%? 20% is too much of your portfolio to expose. No, you don't expose maximum, maybe 3 to 5% of your portfolio. You understand? So that means you're only risking about 20 something thousand to make about 100,000 or 200,000. So in trading, you can have 10 trades. You might lose 5, or even you can even lose 8 trades. You won't lose money, but you will not win those trades and you will not lose. That is, there are no trades. But the remaining 2 that you win, you would have maybe made almost the same capital that you brought in, which is $1,000, because of your risk reward. Because your strategy simply states that for every $1 you are risking, you should be able to make $3 or even more for it. So if you have that strategy in mind, your win rate might be low, but your capital preservation is high. In trading, one of the best lessons I've learned, and I tell you this for free, it's worth a lot of money. You need to be able to reserve your capital. You need to be able to manage money. Don't be over ambitious. Even when the market is going green, don't jump in. It's called FOMO. So there are a lot of all this trading psychology that we're going to learn. And I hope you cherish it, because you're getting it on a platter of gold. But some people paid the price, and some people learned the hard way. I'm not sure. Someone here, and I don't even pray that someone here wakes up and you just find that $50,000 is gone. How do you get it back? I've been through all those moments mentally, psychologically, and it's even a small problem to me now. So you need to be able to build that mental state where you are able to manage crisis, manage negativity, manage negative vibes, and still push forward regardless. Like I said earlier, adversity quotient sometimes might save you over IQ. Sometimes you might need IQ. Sometimes you might even need EQ, emotional quotient. So these are things that you need to have balance. And there's no emotions in trading. The market, even though it's an expression of emotions, there's no emotions in trading in the sense that you are placing a trade and you feel, or maybe because you feel like, today is feeling good. Today is feeling good. The market should go in my favor. No, it's not based on feelings. You need to know what you're doing. You need to be precise. You need to be accurate as much as possible. That is when the grace of God can now bless, your trades. So you don't just lash out, that, okay, I just want to trade. You're going to get burnt. It has happened to me so much. It's happened to me so much. So you need to have a strategy to trade. So that strategy will be what we'll be considering in our next class, the strategy and our first trade. So guys, get your laptops, get the link, get ready. Next class, you are going to trade. Hear me again, get your laptop, get whatever you need, internet. You are going to trade in your next class. So I'm sure all of you have the link. Join the WhatsApp group. I'll drop videos there, and I'll be able to follow up from there very well. Like I said, trading is not a scary thing to get yourself involved in. You belong to a community now, and we are going to form a community. We already are a community, so we're going to synergize to look at how we can help each other. You're going to learn how to enter trades, how to exit trades, when to buy, when to sell. Trading is all about buying and selling, nothing more. That is how simple it is, nothing more. You're going to buy. So we're going to be showing you, okay, buy this one at this point, hold it, sell it at this point, you get your profit. So when you start seeing that you're making profit, you see how trading can be beautiful. Trading can be beautiful if you follow a strategy. Your strategy now depends on your tutor and your approach, your mental approach to trading. Yeah, so right now I'll be entertaining questions. Any question you feel you want to ask based on what I've said so far, please, you can drop it in the chat interface. Okay, Sonny Indukoya, I'm going to read your question now. Is there a demo account to trade to perfect our skills before we start trading with real money? Reason, discipline, and patience is easier said than done. Demo accounts can help us build patience. What days are favorable to trade and which pairs are better? Well, the last two questions, let me rule them out. There's no favorable trade today, neither is there any pair that is better. You only trade the pair that you know that is going to move. You need the market to move to trade a pair. You don't really have better pairs. You only choose some pairs that you're going to be trading. So to start with, we're going to be giving you the pairs to trade for a start. Over time, you're going to develop affinity with certain pairs that you like. You understand? There are certain pairs you can't even trade because, for instance, now USDT, BUSD, those ones are called stable currencies. You understand? So you guys have you don't worry, you're going to learn all these things anyways. It's not really rocket science. You can see Tether USD is $1. In the cryptocurrency market, you have what you call stable currencies. They were put in the market to create some form of stability so that providing liquidity for all these exchanges can be very easy. I hope I'm being understood. And when you hear the word liquidity, it means different things. You understand? In trading, when your margin balance is not sufficient to hold your position, you're going to get liquidated and you're going to lose your money. That is one aspect of liquidation. That is the bad liquidation. And I pray it doesn't happen to you. It's happened to me several times. Now, the good liquidation, that is when sometimes you hear that, okay, that market is not liquid enough. What does it mean? It means that people cannot easily exchange that asset for cash and vice versa. So some exchanges now are not liquid enough. It means that I cannot easily send money to them and they send me the asset, the Bitcoin or any currency, and vice versa. I cannot easily sell, I cannot easily buy. It's not liquid enough, probably because they don't have customers or because they don't have the means, the finance to push that liquid asset. Okay, now look at it this way. The banks that were all depositing our money, not everybody is withdrawing their money at once. You think Zenith Bank can pay everybody if they call it a bank run? Yes, a bank run. They call it a bank run. If everybody goes to Zenith Bank, it's okay, everybody, come on, withdraw your money. They can't pay everybody now, definitely, because they've locked up some money somewhere for investment. Some use this money to trade, financial instruments. Some use this money invested in real estate, so it's other people's money that are deposited that are using to pay others that are coming to withdraw. So it's a very, very perfected system, that allows self-sustenance. So when you say a market is liquid, it means that there is enough liquidity, there's enough cash flow, exchange of assets. People can easily buy, people can easily sell in exchange for that asset or cash. So when I mention liquid, I'll be explaining these terminologies as the course goes on. Okay, Austin said, should we look into joining cryptocurrency groups or communities? Okay, well, I would say that you should look at the community you want to join. Well, for me, before I do anything, I do my research. Even before I came to know Bitcoin, I read the white paper, I went to the site, I did my research. Some of you have read about one coin, 1 billion coin. A lot of them don't have economically viable, what's that word again? What are these words? Just going off like this. They don't have economically viable propositions. You understand? Their methodology is fundamentally wrong. What should determine the price of any product is demand and supply. That was what we were taught, and that is the reality of things. That is, when there's a high demand for a particular product, the price is definitely going to increase, especially when there's a limited supply as well. So these are just certain principles of economics. But when a coin comes and says, every Tuesday, this coin is going to increase by 4%, what is the economics driving that? It doesn't sound reasonable. Who is going to be increasing the price? That means they started doing like the government, because the government removed the backing of gold to currency and they are printing money themselves, which give the government a level of control over money production, which shouldn't be. Right now, if the government were to pump in 1 trillion naira, it's only people in government that will benefit. Meanwhile, when this money is, okay, do you know that in Vietnam, They pumped in money so much that 1 million, I've forgotten their currency. 1 million worth of that currency was worthless. They were pouring money in the streets. Money was worthless because they made it over available. So it had no value again. It had no value again. So these are the things we need to understand about money, about assets. For instance, when Naira was declining against the dollar, going towards 500, 600, I advised my community, hedge with cryptocurrency. Nations are doing it. China is doing it. United States are doing it. They are doing it secretly. They're not doing it openly. They hedge with cryptocurrency because cryptocurrency is on an increasing trend, while the fiat currency is on a downward trend in the long run. So these are the basics of economics you can understand. Right? You know, I used to tell people, yeah, if you had been saving just 4,500, that is about 10 naira. Since I'm going to open that now. Since 2014, January 2014, you've been saving just 10 naira every week, every week, every week, every week, every week, every week. Do you know how much you're going to have now? Your savings should have grown by 1,000%, not in quantity now, but in value. If you have been saving 10 naira, like fiat 10 naira, it can't grow in value because 10 naira has even declined. So the naira value has declined. But crypto since 2014 has moved from $200 to $10,000. You understand? So the value of what you were saving in the asset you were saving in has increased. Just like you bought the land in 2014. In 2020, the price will be different because it has appreciated. Crypto appreciated from that time. It is possible for crypto to decline in depreciation, but Bitcoin actually increased in value from that point. So my point is, I advise my community, hedge with crypto, hedge with crypto, hedge with crypto. Put this money in crypto, then we'll tell you the right time to remove it. We'll tell you the right time to remove it because crypto too can crash. So you use stop losses. You put the loss you can bear. So these are the advantages of joining a community. So if you're joining any community, make sure that community, first of all, the first acid test is it's educative, adding value to you, adding value to you. There are some referral-based communities that they are very, very strong, and their profitability is not based on the referral, but on the fact that they add value. So they now add the referral system just to make it more engaging. So I know some communities like that, very private communities, they don't even invite people. It's people that want to join them. But any community that is fully dependent on referrals alone might not work. You understand? Might not work, and you can hardly differentiate it from a Ponzi scheme. So, and it's very easy for you to identify a Ponzi scheme. So I'm not talking about all those kind of groups. No, I'm talking about educative groups that will teach you how to trade, educate you how to trade, educate you about cryptocurrency, educate you, tell you what cryptocurrency can solve in our community. If you look at the protests going on right now, when Flutterwave account was allegedly blocked, or maybe they said they had that downtime, people switched to Bitcoin. Bitcoin can never have a downtime because it's not hosted by a private entity. You understand me? It's not hosted by a private entity. And this was the Bitcoin that everybody was against a few years ago. When it's the tool, whoever uses it, it's fine. Pornhub has utilized Bitcoin as one of their payment infrastructure. Why? Are we going to wait for? Are we going to wait for such platforms to be used before we engage them? We need to take control of technology. We need to be using the best of technology to better our lives, and not leave it out there for the society to teach us how to use the best of this technology. So if you're going to join any cryptocurrency group or community, it should be first educative. It should add value to you. Yeah. If they add value to you, they would not even tell you to go and bring people. You don't have to go and bring people yourself. So if you have any question, you can drop the question on the chat interface, so I would answer them. So if you're following me and you're enjoying the conversation so far, you can just give me a why. And if you have any question, please drop it. If you have something to share here, maybe an experience, something where you can unmute yourself and talk, we we are willing to listen to you. This is a community now. This is a community. We need to work together to you know, to make progress. Okay, good. Wow, lovely question. I love that question, Hubert. Um, okay, that question, is there a minimum amount one must have to be able to trade? Yes, there's a minimum amount, but it's not really cast in stone. But ideally, at least, you know, you just want to start learning how to trade. Get like at least maybe $50, $100, you know. The profit will not be much, but you learn to swim, you know, at least in maybe, you know, let's say 1 or 2 meters deep waters. Let me put it that way. Right? You know, it will allow you to start, but you know, that is not where the money is. So I have a lot of fantastic opportunities to share with you guys, but you know, we must take it step by step. We must take it step by step. So there's really no minimum amount to trade. You can use any amount to start trading. You can even use $10 to start trading, but it's always good to start with $100. Start with $100 or minimum $50, and you try to grow it. So if you try to grow $50 to $100, it will teach you how you can grow $1,000 to $10,000. Because in trading, the same effort I used to generate $100 is the same effort, exactly the same effort and permutations. It's the same thing I used to generate $10,000 and even $100,000, but the emotions are different. Emotions are different, yes, because when you're trading a $100,000 portfolio, your heart becomes more heavy than when you're trading maybe $10,000, because now you can easily recoup. You know, if you lose that one, you can just laugh. But if you're trading $100,000, you'll be more. You almost want to faint because you know that if you lose that money, it's a whole lot of money. So you need to build yourself. By the time you're able to do $100 to 120 to 140, you know, taking baby steps and taking it to 200, then if you're giving a $1,000 or a $500 account and you're able to grow it to $1,000 from $1,000 to $1,500, you can now add more capital and start growing it. So I'll share a lot of principles about not over trading, just trading. You know, this style of trading I'm going to teach you, you can do it as a full-time job or as a part-time job. It now depends on you how you want to apply it. You understand? So I will just introduce you to that opportunity, that gold mine where you can pick your shovel and you know, and mine yourself. So it now depends on the frequency and the commitment you want to give to the mining. So I just want to quickly share this content with you so that we'll use it to round up, and I'll share the share the PDF. I'm sure you can see my screen, right? So this is these signs will help a newbie avoid cryptocurrency scams and invest in the right ones. So this was the content I just, you know, published, and I haven't published it out. But I have a lot of content on my PC, so much content, but for some reason I don't just publish everything. Like I'm waiting for like okay, I don't have an answer to that anyways, but I'll publish them. You know, there's some people just like, they just have content, but they don't publish them. But I'll publish them, I'm sorry. So how often do we cash out? You can cash out anytime. It's very liquid. In the video I'll drop on WhatsApp, you see how I withdrew $1,000 in an instant within 5 minutes. You understand? So, in fact, sometimes if I'm going out and I'm going somewhere and I don't have Naira on me, I can easily convert crypto to cash right there and pay with my ATM instantly. It's not something you have to wait for days. Those days are gone. I remember the days when I started Google AdSense. You know, I was making money from Google AdSense. Google was sending checks from United States through DHL. and then you have to take it to the bank. Bank will first scan the check and scan you yourself, whether you're doing fraud or not. And you had to like wait for 2 days for your check to clear, and money enters your account. All those days are gone. I remember when I was still getting dollar cards for $120 in UBA Zenith. Then you have to apply for a box D card for it to do internet payments. It costs about $120 then. I even knew the times there were no ATMs at all. You had to know somebody in the US to make payment. So those times are gone. Now cashing out is as instant. That brings me to liquidity. The market is very liquid now. You can instantly exchange cash for assets, assets for cash, cash for assets, assets for cash. For instance, the real estate market is very liquid. People put in money, boom, real estate. You can turn real estate into cash and cash into real estate. That is the meaning of liquid. You can liquidate an asset that is turned into. But remember, there's the bad liquidation, which you still find out in trading. That one is when your whole account balance clear. But I pray that doesn't happen to anyone. It's always like rapture. So please drop your questions. I will address them one after the other. And I hope you guys are enjoying this. So let me quickly run through this. These signs will help a newbie avoid cryptocurrency scams and invest in the right ones. So what is cryptocurrency? The signs, how to invest for a long term. This is actually a report. I like doing reports. I love doing research myself. Although I have a researcher, an employed researcher, but I guess for some reason, I just like doing my research myself. So what is cryptocurrency, the science, and how to invest for long term? So first of all, cryptocurrency is a combination of words, cryptography and currency. I'm sure some of you know the cryptography, the people exposed to computer science that have computer science backgrounds. So this is a very simple explanation. It's not too bogus. So it basically means encryption, when you encrypt data, when you encrypt information. So it's a method of protecting information and communications through the use of codes, algorithms. Currency, then, on the other hand, is money in form of paper or coins, usually issued by government or generally accepted as its face value as a method of payment. So currency is anything that you accept as a method of payment. That is why somebody can choose to be paid in Bitcoin, because he has accepted that as a method of payment. You understand? So currency is money. So when you merge cryptography and currency together, it becomes cryptocurrency. That is, a form of money that is encrypted. It's digital. It's all online. Yeah. So I hope you guys understand that. So cryptocurrency is digital or virtual money. That means there is no physical coin or bill. It's all online. You can transfer cryptocurrency to someone online without an intermediary like a bank or MoneyGram. So that's one of the biggest disruptions in the financial sector, whereby you can send money to someone without a bank or the government. Yeah, that's like, it's kind of bizarre, right? Like, it's almost unimaginable. Like, how can I send money to somebody without a bank? So, Bitcoin is actually a response to the 2008 financial crisis. You understand? Because the bank were milking the people so much that Lehman Brothers Lehman Brothers folded. They went offline. It affected the economy. And people kind of had this general awareness. Just like this protest is going on, like, imagine it was against the banks. That's what happened then. So, mortgages were failing, all those stuffs, like the whole banking financial system crashed. Economy crashed. All of them crashed. So we don't know who dropped Bitcoin, but under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto, the person dropped it on a forum and people adopted it. Somebody bought the first pizza for 10,000 Bitcoins. That's worth a whole lot of money now. If I have 10,000 Bitcoin right now, I feel like I'll fly everybody to, we just probably do this course in, somewhere in the Bahamas or, So from then it grew to, look at its current value, $11,000. And part of the value it's offering is that nobody can just say, Bitcoin has a limited supply. Now, nobody can come and say, I want to print 1 million coins and inflate the price and influence the price and, hijack the price because I have money. No rich one can come and say, okay, the highest you can do is to buy Bitcoins and hold it. You understand? So it has a limited supply, a calculated supply that is mathematically impossible to change. So you see where it's combating fiat currency now. So this is a new form of money that our children will grow up to know, that our children will grow up to adopt. It might be new to us, but our children will grow up to know, just like we grew up to know these things more than our parents. So we're in a transition phase where we need to know what is coming in the future. We don't tag something and say, no, this is evil and stuff like that, without first learning how to use it. Because we're even using phones. We're using a lot of technology that we haven't even tagged. Well, people just have this sentiment against Bitcoin, but it's inevitable. It's going to come through. I just believe in using technology to better human lives. You understand? So, and once I read the white paper, I connected with the white paper and I saw the problem we were trying to solve. P2P, send money from Mr. A to Mr. B without the bank or government. Look at what happened during this protest. People could still sustain themselves because of Bitcoin. Government could block everybody's accounts, but you can still transact because of Bitcoin. And you can liquidate it to instant cash right away. So going back to what I was saying, you can transfer cryptocurrency to someone without an intermediary like a bank or government, MoneyGram. You don't need all those things anymore. That's in the past. Old things are passed away. Old things are passed away. Praise the Lord. So just as Naira, dollar, euro, etc. are collectively known as fiat currencies, cryptocurrency is a collective term describing decentralized digital currencies that runs on blockchain. You see this word blockchain. In fact, that is an entire career on its own. Blockchain is a distributed ledger. That is what sustains Bitcoin. That is, let me give you a perfect example, just a perfect example. INEC is centralized. Whatever INEC tells us is what we accept as the final verdict of elections. But imagine an election or a body where it constitutes of different parties integrated together, independent parties. For example, now let's say student union groups are part of it as stakeholders, the church stakeholders, international groups, like UN, Amnesty, CNN, they are stakeholders, and they have a copy of this ledger real time, such that when what vote is cast, it is sent out to it and it can never be changed. Anything on the blockchain can never be changed. It is immutable, it is transparent, it is accountable. That is one rule of the blockchain. By the way, Dubai is moving to a blockchain government very soon, where everything will be transparent. So every transaction on the blockchain is transparent. It doesn't reveal people's names, but it reveals the transactions. So if our public funds disbursement was even put on the blockchain, we can track all what they are spending money on. COVID-19 palliatives can be tracked with blockchain. So the solution to a lot of things going on in this country now is the blockchain technology. It has the advantage and it can propel us and catapult us to catch up with other nations, but only if they will allow the implementation. That is by the way. So the next slide. So these are the necessary signs for you to look at before you invest in any cryptocurrency. You understand? So this is more like the scripture that says, for everything that is good, for everything that is holy, for everything that is, right, consider these things. So these are like the 9 things you need to look at. It could be more, but these are the basic 9 things that you can look at to before you invest in any cryptocurrency or you have anything to do with cryptocurrency, basically. Remember, this is investment now. This is like investing in cryptocurrency, looking at, okay, I have $1 million in my bank. I don't know if Naira is going to tank tomorrow. I want to put this thing in Bitcoin and I want to store it somewhere. You can even store it on paper. You can store a Bitcoin in your head. Yes, you can store it offline. It's called cold storage or cold wallet, because it's just an encryption. It's just the keys. In the future, I believe, in fact, starting from our generation, what we're going to hand over, what me personally I'm going to hand over to my children, it's a flash drive. It's like passphrases or passkeys. It might not even be more than 4-letter words. That will give him the access to all the digital assets that we have. You understand? So tokenization of all these things are happening. Tokenization is happening. So this is like the 9 things you need to look at before you invest in a cryptocurrency. You need to check the utility, the value proposition. So this slide is not yet complete, but let us share it. When you're talking about utility here, you're talking about, is this coin solving a problem? Is it proposing to solve a problem? Or if it's a new coin, what is it trying to solve? Read the white paper, just skim through, check people's reviews about it. For instance, now if you look at Ethereum now, the founder of Ethereum was a Bitcoin blogger. He discovered the loopholes in Bitcoin and came up with a better one. And it's fortunate that he was a computer programmer. Are you guys with me? So Ethereum now provided 2 unique values: a medium of exchange, virtual currency, which Bitcoin is already doing, used in buying and selling of goods. You can be traded as a financial instruments on exchanges. Also, it also enabled us to do smart contracts. Do you know what smart contracts are? It means I can go into a contract with Dangote without the need of a lawyer or any document signed. I'll explain all that later. I'll explain all that later. So it's not that it's going to phase out the lawyers totally, but it's going to reduce the need for lawyers. See, everything now, money is now becoming programmable. You can program money now to work for you, like literally. So it brought the value of smart contracts, and there are over 1,900 cryptocurrencies and tokens, including 47 of the top 100 currencies by market capitalization. No, sorry, that's the wrong metric. Ethereum currently has a lot of cryptocurrency that are riding on the Ethereum blockchain itself. So this third point is another one entirely. It serves as a platform for over 1,900 cryptocurrencies and tokens, including 47 of the top. Okay, I think that's the right one. Maybe I just made a mistake in typing it out. So imagine over 1,900 cryptocurrencies using Ethereum itself, using Ethereum's blockchain itself, because Ethereum's blockchain is different from Bitcoin's blockchain. Don't worry, all these things might sound so strange, but by the time you give yourself time to look at this, settle down, join the community, all these things will become a cakewalk to you, because you are going to become a community, be part of a community that has access to what the future would bring us. Okay, so I think that's why I did the slide up to. Anyways, so the white paper thing, okay, I think that's the second point. Utility value, white paper, I'll just explain them from here. White paper, every cryptocurrency, every project has a white paper, which entails their vision, their agenda, their plans, their investment opportunities, where they want to be in the next 10 years, their investors and all those things. That's what the white, so you need to read it to look at, okay, what are these guys offering? Because this industry is very, very dicey. Involves a lot of scam and all those things. So excuse me, you need to watch well. All these things, not like it's going to take you time to check. It can take you just a day to check all these metrics here. And there are even some platforms that just show you everything at once, so that you can make a decision on the go. So you need to check the founding team members. For instance, now, if the founders of Paystack came together with the founders of Flutterwave, with founders of Gigi Mobile and founders of this and some other companies, and they come together and say, okay, we want to form a new company, you know that these guys, majority of them, especially the media, more recognized ones, it gives you a kind of backing that for this person to have created two businesses that have succeeded, man, this one has a low probability to fail, or rather, they are people of integrity. It boosts your morale, it boosts your confidence, it consolidates your thoughts towards them. So you need to check out the team. You need to know the team of people, like the people that are in the team, even if they are not recognized, it doesn't mean the project will fail, but you need to know what projects they've worked on, where they're coming from, so that you're sure that you are investing in the right cryptocurrency. You need to check out the competition. Any coin that has a good value will have competition. Ethereum has a competition, which is EOS. EOS is claiming to offer a better way of doing smart contracts than Ethereum. So the competition is there. On CoinMarketCap, for instance, now EOS is about maybe top 20. Ethereum is like maybe top 5. So you also need to check the supply and demand. You need to check supply and demand. What is the supply rate like? What is the demand rate like? So every cryptocurrency must have that. Is the demand higher than the supply? Supply higher than demand? Is there even demand for this crypto? How much have they supplied? If they supply total coins of 1 billion, what is the demand? So let's even go live and do this. Let's do this analysis real time. Okay, this is crypto CoinMarketCap, for instance. CoinMarketCap is like they do market capitalization super all the cryptocurrency markets. So they are a data analysis and aggregation platform. So let's pick Ethereum, for instance. Now, if we go into Ethereum now, so you can see that the current price of Ethereum is $369. It has dropped about 2.41%, almost 3% in the past 24 hours. Look at the market cap, 41 billion USD dollars. That's about 3 million BTC. Total volume traded in the last 24 hours about 14 billion. Circulating supply is 113,000 Ethereum. So the circulating supply times the current price, I think, is what gives us this gives us the market capitalization. So all these things are economic processes that can be verified, or calculations that can be verified personally. yourself. So that is why there could be little difference in price on some exchanges, you know. So on places like market cap, for instance, you can check you know, certain metrics. You can check certain metrics here that can help you now see how a coin is doing. Oh, this is even 113 million. So please, guys, if you can see hear me, just you can just write hallelujah on the chat type. So I don't know everybody is still following. So we'll soon be rounding up. We'll soon be rounding up to prepare for our next class. Yeah, so like I said, the circulating supply times the price gives you this market capitalization. It gives you market capitalization so that if one Ethereum is worth 369 naira and multiplied by the circulating supply, it gives you the total, it gives the market cap. So this times this gives you this the market capitalization. So it gives you, and once you do a market cap for all the cryptocurrencies, it gives you an idea of how the cryptocurrency market is doing. So when you come down here, you see how it's been performing for the past, let's say 1 year, 2 years. You can change the matrix all you want here. So now if you scroll down more, you see that the market rank is 24-hour volume, total supply. The total supply is 113,032. Okay, it's even the total supply is equivalent to the circulating supply. That means they've supplied all the coins. So all-time high, Ethereum has reached $1,432 before. All-time low, it has reached about 0.42. Then 52-week low. You know, all these metrics. You can see here what makes Ethereum unique. Ethereum has pioneered the concept of blockchain smart contract platform. Smart contract are computer programs that automatically execute actions necessary to fulfill an agreement between several parties on the internet. So you also enter an agreement into one place, and you can use Ethereum smart contracts to do that. And there's a way to be technologically binding on certain parties to be paid based on the work done alone. So these are new waves, new doors in the internet space that, you know, it's blockchain is actually doing to the internet what the internet did to our post offices, you know, to the mail delivery system, or let me say to the emails. I mean, what the emails did to the mail delivery system. Because right now, to send a message, I could just send an email or even WhatsApp message. So this is Ethereum. You can check their website here, message board. And so even if somebody tells you about the cryptocurrency now, maybe they told you about one yen finance that is about there's one cryptocurrency now that went up to went up to $70,000 yen finance, and they call them DeFi coins, decentralized finance. So one of them is worth about let's see this one that is worth yen finance. So somebody tells you about a cryptocurrency, come and check it here, come and check their data. This one is worth $13,000. Is it worth more than Bitcoin right now? So you check all the metrics you want. Their website is here. You see the market cap. You see the total supply. Their total supply is very low. Imagine Bitcoin total supply is 21 million. This one total supply is 30,000, just 30,000 for the whole world. Wow. You understand? But they have their reason to do that. So you can see the trading volumes. So you can come here to check metrics, and they are very easy to understand. You see, who are the founders of Yen Finance? Yen Finance is a brainchild of Andre Cronje. You go and Google his name. Who is the guy? Who is he? What has he done? See his Twitter handle. Let's check him out. So these are the kind of things you need to know before you just put your money in cryptocurrency. So apart from the backings of your friends, okay, this thing it makes sense, man. I'm doing this. You need to do your own personal research. You understand? It's called DYR. So the guy is I test him proud. The guy is proud. He's not even following anybody. Andre Cronje. Okay. So these are the kind of things you do. You know, you check out their project and all what they've done and stuff like that. So it's just part of the due diligence you need to do for you to be able to push your investment into any crypto. So it's very, 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 very important. So coming back to trading. Coming back to trading. So in our next class, please get ready. Use the link to sign up. We're going to be trading. We're going to be taking baby steps. I'll drop some videos on the WhatsApp group. Use them. It might be hard for me to follow up on everybody at once, but that is why I created a platform so that I can engage everybody at once. So we're going to divide ourselves into groups. We're going to appoint a group leader where the group leader reports to me, and I disseminate information to the group leaders, and we trickle it down. And as much as possible, we have Q&A sessions. We have Q&A sessions on tech. We have Q&A sessions on cryptocurrency. Okay, which one is going to move? Which one is not going to move, like that. We have discussions. We trade together. We make money together. We win together. That's the way it is. It's a community. So, guys, I hope you've learned a lot today, and I'm looking forward to our next class. So you can drop questions with me on the WhatsApp group. So in absence of any question now, I would be taking a bow. Wow, I'm just seeing Pastor's message. Celebrate you, sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. All right, sir. All right, everyone. Thank you very much.
I celebrate you, Mo. Thank you so much. The Lord is your strength.
Amen, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so very much. We really appreciate you.
Don't mention
it was really a very great one.
Don't mention, sir.
And we really appreciate. Thank you so much. Sister Neka, thank you so much for the coordination. We really appreciate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm sure Sister Neka would like to give us an instruction before we all leave.
Okay.
I celebrate you, Pastor. Good evening.
Celebrate you, ma. Good evening, ma.
Good evening, ma. Sorry, I muted my mic already.
Oh, okay. So I've already dropped instruction on the platform. We'll follow it so that we can join the trading platform proper. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. I trust God that He will anoint this forum, and our next set of millionaires will rise out of this forum in Jesus' precious name.
Amen.
So, precious Father, we say thank you for this moment. Thank you for all that you're doing in our lives. Thank you for what you're up to. We decree by the power in the name of Jesus that all things will work together for our good. Doors of opportunities will fling open. We will do well. We will stand out. And Lord, for Brother Toby, thank you for replenishing it. We give you all the glory in Jesus' precious name. Hope you can hear me, though.
We can hear
Just
you.
wanted to
Amen.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes,
And
yes, Pastor, can hear you.
I'm sure it's been mentioned already, but I think we should all maybe send on this page an appreciation to Brother Toby. He's doing it at almost nothing. The cost in itself on his website, I think, is about 80K or something like that. Am I right, Brother Toby? Please, you can correct me.
Okay.
Sorry?
60K, sir. 60,
okay, thank you. And I thought there was 60K and then there was 120K. So, and I thought the introduction
was 25 and 60. Yeah, that should be 85.
Okay, so I combined the two together.
Getting the whole pack.
Yeah, so maybe that was how I calculated it. 85. We're so grateful, Brother Toby. We don't take it for granted at all. And this your labor of love will be rewarded. Thank you so much. Please, you can drop appreciation on our chat group, and please make sure we really appreciate it. We don't take it for granted. And one very good way to say thank you is by the grace of God. All of us will make you proud.
Amen.
You'll have your highest testimony from this group.
Amen.
By the power in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Maybe then we will now be able to now pay for the class. We'll now say, please, we want to pay for the class that has blessed us so much. Thank you so very much. We really appreciate it. Please, everybody, make sure you don't exit this group. without appreciating Bratobi.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. Over to you, Sister Nika.
Thank you so much, bro Toby. We love you.
Thank you, Bratobi. Thank you, Pastor.
Thank you, Bro Toby. We do not take it for granted. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Nika. We are so happy for this opportunity too.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Toby. And thank you, Sister Neka, for the opportunity. Thank you. And thanks, P-Walls, for being there for us.
My dog, we thank you. I like the fact that you're thanking Sister Nika. I thought you would say thank you. I thought you would say thank you, my BF. I thought you would say thank you, my
I
BF.
almost rejected that. Thank you. Almost.
I'm wondering. Thank you so much, sir. Have a great one. We can sign out. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dad. We love you. We celebrate you.